this point, Caitlin Clark is getting hurt damn near every week, and it's looking intentional. At least that's what it's looking like from this footage that was released today. So there was new footage that has come out of potentially, I'm gonna say allegedly, JC Sheldon kneeing Caitlin Clark in the groin. Yes, kneeing her in the groin.
The woman practically carrying the WNBA on her back just got blindsided again. JC Sheldon. Yes, the same player who made headlines for that eye-poking incident in their last matchup, has now been caught on camera driving a knee straight into Caitlin Clark's groin. The league's biggest star was left in tears, limping off the floor in obvious pain. And somehow, no whistle, no review, no accountability.
Why is it a problem that Caitlin Clark is calling out this referee? God forbid she finally stands up for herself. I mean, these WNBA refs are garbage, and they've been letting her get absolutely mugged on a nightly basis. Matter of fact, one of the players last night on the Connecticut Sun, or whatever they're called, literally targeted her groin.
This isn't JC Sheldon's first run-in with Caitlin Clark either. In their previous matchup, Sheldon caught Clark square in the eye during the third quarter. The contact looked so obvious that even the most forgiving viewers struggled to call it accidental. Clark turned immediately to address it. But instead of diffusing the moment, Sheldon leaned in and bumped her, and the tension escalated fast, with Marina Mabrey coming in from behind and shoving Clark to the floor.
It looked like Caitlin Clark looked like she got a little hurt towards the end there. Is there any update on her injury?
No update. Just felt a little something in her groin, so we'll get it evaluated and see what happens from there.
Yeah, just kind of to follow up on that, looked like she was kind of grabbing at her right groin area. Is that the concern?
Yeah, if that's the one she was grabbing at. I don't know which one it was, but yeah, I mean, that's it.
In the aftermath, Sheldon was handed a flagrant $1 and a $2,000 fine. $2,000 for jabbing someone in the eye. That's less than what most people spend on a solid laptop, and it's supposed to serve as a warning to professional athletes about targeting the face of the league? Come on. That kind of penalty doesn't exactly scream deterrent.
The situation at the end of the game was all that, was what ended up injuring Caitlin Clark. Because you guys did not see, first of all, this happened earlier in the game. So Caitlin Clark took a knee to the groin from JC Sheldon. And by the way, this is not, I don't even know if this is a dangerous play or not. I don't think it's a dangerous play. I don't think this is a dangerous play from Sheldon, but it's a foul. It is clearly a foul, and obviously this is called as a no call. This is called as a no call. I don't know, JC Sheldon here sticking up her leg and hitting Caitlin Clark in the left groin. How is that not a foul?
But that slap on the wrist clearly didn't send much of a message. In their latest matchup, footage seems to capture the moment Sheldon drives a knee into Clark's groin. This wasn't incidental contact in the middle of a rebound or two players tangling up over a loose ball. It looked intentional, calculated, hard to ignore. Clark tried to shake it off and keep playing, but the pain was obvious. Eventually, she had to step away, leaving the floor in tears as the injury became too much to push through.
Aftermath. So there's a referee standing right there. We all can see. Look, JC Sheldon knees CC in the groin. Can you guys see this right here? You guys see that? That is a knee. JC Sheldon's knee is all the way fully, her whole leg is fully extended off the ground into Caitlin Clark hand and groin area. You clearly see.
The timing couldn't have been worse for Clark. She had already been battling through multiple leg injuries this season, missing 9 games while trying to work her way back into rhythm and full strength. Just as she was regaining momentum, this happens. Instead of simply being able to focus on recovering and competing at the highest level, she keeps finding herself in the middle of overly physical moments that derail that progress. When a player is fighting to get healthy, the last thing anyone wants to see is another incident that puts them right back on the sideline.
Did you see last night Caitlin Clark holding her groin, digging her head in the stanchion in pain, tears coming to her eyes, all the emotion hitting her at once, whether it's mental exhaustion, frustration with another injury, feeling a pop in the groin, feeling something in the groin that you know isn't.
If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to subscribe. And here's the part that really stings. No foul was called. Not one. The whistle never blew. The officials, already under heavy criticism for how they've handled the physical play surrounding Clark, let it go. Again. Even Clark's brother Colin jumped onto social media posting, "Make no mistake, this is on the reffing." The post was later deleted, but the message was clear. From his perspective, and from many fans watching, it feels like the standard of enforcement hasn't matched the level of contact. When questionable plays repeatedly go unaddressed, it fuels the belief that anything goes. And whether that perception is fair or not, it's becoming a major part of the conversation around how these games are being officiated.
This is from Caitlin Clark's brother. Caitlin Clark's brother, as soon as she got injured, tweeted this out. "Make no mistake, this is on the reffing." This is on the reffing. This tweet lasted about 30 minutes. It lasted about 30 minutes. And if we're going to be honest, he's on the money. He is. He's absolutely.
Critics aren't calling this just a missed whistle. They're calling it a pattern. From their perspective, it goes beyond isolated mistakes and starts to feel like consistent negligence. Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White hasn't exactly stayed quiet about it either. She's openly questioned the level of respect her team is getting from officials, describing the treatment as pretty unbelievable. On multiple occasions, she's warned that the physicality in these games is escalating to a point that feels unsafe. The league does have formal channels for teams to raise concerns about officiating, but even White has admitted she's not convinced the system is effective. Whether that's frustration in the heat of competition or a deeper structural issue is up for debate. But it's clear the tension between the Fever and the officiating crew has become part of the broader storyline.
A grab right there. There's a hold around her back. She's still kind of holding on to her with her left hand. Then Caitlin passes, and then she gets bumped a couple times, and then they finally call a foul when Quinterly slaps down on Caitlin Clark. So if we want to watch it one more time, watch when she's going to the basket. She gets bumped here, she gets grabbed, and then they finally call the foul when she's going to the basket. This was something that happened throughout the entire game, and I know that a lot of people are like, Caitlin Clark fans are like too over the top with this. Like, she's not getting fouled all the time. She is getting bumped. She is getting grabbed. She is getting hand checked throughout the entire game. And it continues to happen. And I feel like that is the game plan when you play against Caitlin Clark, and the refs still.
Emotions are clearly running high. In a recent game, Clark had to be held back by team staff during a tense exchange with referee Michael Price. Cameras caught her saying, "That's just rude. Grow up," and even threatening to call the league office. When a franchise centerpiece is openly sparring with officials like that, it signals just how strained things feel in the moment. But zooming out, the broader conversation is about the league's trajectory. The WNBA had been working for years to grow its audience before Clark ever stepped onto a pro court. Attendance and ratings had fluctuated over time, and while there were challenges, the league had also been building momentum through media deals, expansion plans, and rising star power. Clark's arrival undeniably accelerated attention. Nationally televised games drawing massive viewership spikes and road arenas seeing dramatic attendance bumps. That surge created a new level of scrutiny around everything: officiating, physicality, league policies, and player rivalries. As for the financial picture, reports about projected losses have circulated even amid record engagement. Like many professional leagues, especially ones investing heavily in growth, revenue and profitability don't always move in lockstep year to year. What's clear is that with more eyes on the product than at any point in recent memory, every controversy now plays out on a much bigger stage.